Hello, my dear children. Very good morning to all of you. So, today we are going to start a topic of molecular biology, which is very much important for NEET preparation. So, approximately 5% of the this topic is coming in your NEET examination. So, starting with the topic that is the central dogma of molecular biology. So, what exactly happens in central dogma of molecular biology? So, before starting the session, first we have to understand about the term dogma. What exactly this dogma is? Okay. So, dogma, it is something which is hidden and not clearly seen. Okay. And here the information is going to transfer, but it is hidden. Everything is hidden. Okay. So about this central dogma of molecular biology, we have to start with the second slide, that is the what is central dogma. I want to tell you the basic definition for the central dogma. This is the central dogma. This is the process in which genetic information flows from DNA to RNA. So I can tell you from this flow chart that DNA, it is going to convert into mRNA, and this mRNA, it will finally get converts into protein. This is the central dogma of molecular biology. So what happens in this dogma? The information is going to transfer, but it is not clearly seen. It is hidden. Okay. Dogma simple means dogmatics. It simply means dogmatics. So what we see today, what we see is a protein like hairs, eye color, skin, enzymes, antibodies, everything what we see, that is the proteins. Okay, so this information is the DNA. So information is going to transfer, and this information, it is hidden, and this concept, it was given by FHC Crick. This was given by FHC Crick, and according to him, everything was going to transmit from DNA to mRNA and then to protein. So second slide, I told you the central dogma, and this third slide is exactly the central dogma of molecular biology. What exactly it is? As you can see, dogma term I told you, dogmatic I told you, that is hidden, which is not clearly seen. And what we see is protein is what? Like skin color, eye color, hairs, everything, antibodies and enzymes. These all are the protein, and this concept was given by FHC Crick in 1958. And second thing, that the DNA, it is storing the information, means every information, it is stored in the form of DNA, and this protein, it is exhibited in the form of proteins. And this information flow is unidirectional, and this DNA to mRNA by the process of transcription, and mRNA to protein by the process of translation. Okay, so I am telling you that DNA, from DNA, it is going to convert into mRNA. Okay, and mRNA finally going to convert into protein. So as we all know that this mRNA formation from the DNA, it is called as transcription process. Okay, this is called as transcription, and this process is called as reverse transcription, because a reverse is happening here. That is why it is called as reverse transcription, and also known as taminism. Okay, because NISM. So all the some HIV virus, tobacco mosaic virus, and the coronavirus, these are the forming or by the RNA and by this reverse transcription, because their genetic information is stored in the form of RNA only. Okay, so this term, this mRNA to DNA, it is also known as taminism, because it was given by a scientist whose name was Tamin and Baltimore. Two scientists were there. I will show you the pictures in the next slide, who was a Tamin and who was a Baltimore. So you can see in the slide very easily, pictures are here. And Baltimore, Tamin and Dalbacco, they won the Nobel Prize also in 1975. And this reverse transcription in Raux sarcoma virus, it was discovered by Baltimore and Tamin. And you can see the pictures of the scientists, Baltimore, Tulbaku, and Tamin. Due to the name of the scientist Tamin, this process is called as Taminism. Next slide is all about RNA world. What is RNA? What exactly is DNA? How RNA is coming and how DNA is coming? So I want to tell you that this RNA, this is the first genetic material. Okay, first RNA came and then DNA. So this is very less stable, single stranded. Due to the single stranded nature, it is very less stable, and it is more prone to mutation. Mutation is exactly what it is: a sudden genetic change in any nucleotide. Sudden genetic change in any nucleotide. And they lack the mechanism to conserve the genetic information. And if I talk about DNA, it is evolving from the RNA. This is more stable, double stranded, and this RNA, it is less stable but very reactive. You can add this point here. Whatever is stable is less reactive, and whatever it is less stable, then more reactive. And if I talk about DNA, it is more stable, and that is why it is less reactive. And complementary bases are present. Due to the double stranded nature, it is more stable and less prone to mutation and have evolved a process of repair. So this is all about the RNA world. Okay, so next slide, it is all about the RNA world we have discussed. Next slide, I will show you. This is this is a time to solve some MCQ questions, because it is very important if we are discussing any topic and we are not completing the topic with the MCQ session, that is not useful for your study. So that is why I have added some MCQ questions in this slide. Which of the following regarding the basic mechanism of gene expression is correct? So we all know that protein is finally forming from mRNA. So this statement and this statement is wrong. Among these two statements, which one is correct? We have to choose. So RNA, then it will form complementary DNA, and it will form mRNA and then protein. As I told you already also in the previous slides, that this complementary DNA, it is coming from RNA and then mRNA to proteins. Okay. So next question is MCQ number 2. Which of the following does not take part in gene expression? For the expression of gene, transcription it is involving, gene RNA processing is involving, translation is involving, but replication it is not associated with the gene expression. I hope this topic is clear, this concept is clear, and this MCQ is also clear to you. So moving towards the next MCQ. Next MCQ is exactly MCQ number 3. So who were the first to suggest that one strand of DNA might act as a template for the synthesis of complementary strand? So this was given by Watson and Crick. Watson and Crick, they have given that DNA act as a template for the synthesis of the complementary strand. Michelson and Stahl, they have given the semi-conservative model of DNA and then explained with the help of experiments. So this is the correct option, B option. Now coming with the next MCQ, that is next MCQ is all about MCQ number 4. That is MCQ 3rd we have discussed, and 4th one is this. Yes. Which one among the following was the first genetic material? As I told you that RNA came first and then DNA. So the RNA is the first genetic material. That is why it is unstable and very reactive. Two things you have to always remember: unstable and very reactive. Okay, and this central dogma of molecular biology, this is unidirectional process. Okay, so moving towards the next slide, last question, MCQ. So this 5th MCQ, chemically RNA is reactive. It is less reactive or more reactive? It was more reactive, very reactive, as I told you. So it is more reactive and less stable as compared to DNA. So this answer is C. I hope the concept is clear to you. The basics of central dogma of molecular biology, it is clear to you.